What's going on, guys? Senate12 here, and I am going to break down 3 quick, super important tips for World of Warships Legends, whether you're a beginner or a veteran trying to refine your game. These are fundamentals that can make or break your matches, so let's dive in and let's talk about them. So first I want to talk about map positioning. When you spawn, if you ask yourself all the time, where do I go? What do I do?
Where do I go?
Where am I? Who's that next to me? Do I know that guy? So I'm going to help you out on when you spawn somewhere, where you want to go and where the enemy might be too. So let's take Sleeping Giants, for instance. I see this all the time happen on Sleeping Giants. So you got the left spawn, the middle spawn, and the right spawn. If you spawn over here, right, where the Thunderdome was in front of you, that's the Sleeping Giant map, Thunderdome. If you're a DD, check and make sure that your middle DD is going to the B cap. If he doesn't go to the B cap, make adjustments, and maybe you might want to go to the B cap. If you're a cruiser or a battleship, I would take this route. The most important routes are the flanks. You let go of a flank, and guess what? You're going to get crossfired. You let somebody else get in this Thunderdome, you're going to get crossfired. The people who are over here are going to get crossfired. You're going to let them down too. You want to give their families a letter saying that their little Johnny boy ain't coming back because your team didn't cover the flank.
It's all your fault! All your fault!
No, this is the most underrated flank to go up against. Also, another map I want to talk about. But say you're here, say your DD goes in the middle, say everybody's doing their job, right? You don't need any more people over here. Like, this DD does not need to go help this DD and B. You know, like, just don't. This DD can go and spot. This DD can go and spot over here. If this DD is fast enough, he can spot and see what is going to be coming around with his twist and track. And also, if you're playing the DD spot and your twist and track is pointing hard right, saying there is enemies coming, let your team know. Pin it on the map.
We're not alone.
And say, hey, there's other people here. We better do something about it. So I always take this flank, and I see people all the time just everybody's like right here. They pile up like, and then they sit there and they go, I need intelligence data. Nobody's doing their job. I can't see anything.
I can't see anything!
You're not going to see anything. So that's why taking this flank, even if you're on this side, take the flank. You'd be surprised what you're going to... And if nobody goes to the flank and you went to the flank, guess what?
Guess who wins?
You got the cap for free, and you can get crossfires over here. It's simple. Simple math. It works. So take your flanks. All right, now on hotspot, we have another underrated flank. Either side, you could do this. What you could do is send your DD in here just to hold the cap, or you can take turns and have your cruiser in there, whatever. But it is essential that somebody comes over here. It is essential. Just the crossfire potential of shooting ships that charge right in. You have their broadsides. Preventing a radar from coming over here, whether it be a Minotaur or, something else that's squishy. You have them one-on-one, whether you're in your battleship or you're in your cruiser. It's just an essential flank to go to.
It is essential.
Most of the time that I always see the unexperienced DD player follow this path, and then he's going to sit right here, and then he'll usually push out, and then this DD will spot him, and then they'll have a little gunfight, and then this DD will go, oh no, I'm getting shot at, so he retreats out this way. So guess what? If you're already pushing the flank,
Guess what, motherfucker?
right? Not only are you going to see all this happening on the map, you're going to be right there to finish off the DD. So that's another reason why to go to that flank. Essentially, you always want to be wary of where middle is going. Middle, I like to call reinforcements. The people who spawn in the middle are probably going to either go over here or they're going to go over here. So if you see all these guys, right? If you see all these guys coming over here, you know that you just have to try and defend. Don't play aggressive. Don't play stupid. Just kind of wait until your side deals with the weak side. Now, if your middle comes over here too, and then it's World War III. Then it's like, it's fair game. But always, if you spawn on a flank, not only should you never abandon the flank, you should always try and push the flank, or at least go to the flank and defend it from anything coming over to you. Also, pay attention on what the ships in the middle are doing. That's why it's essential for your middle DDs, this guy and this guy, to spot the middle as fast as possible to get a handle on where the middle battleship and cruiser are going, right? Because you want to know if you're getting a lot of company or if you're getting a little bit of company. So if you're in a DD, definitely spot the middle. Find out where the middle ships are going. I don't mean for you to drive right into their spawn.
Careful.
I don't mean you to get so close where you could torp this guy. I mean, just spot the middle. Once you're done spotting, then you could, play it safe. You could help your DD over here. You could help your DD over here. You could play it the safe way by going around the long way, or you can play it risky and playing it aggressively in that. But always watch the mini map and always see which side is going to be the heavy side and which side is going to be the light side. And if you have the light side and you're on the heavy side, take care of those guys quick. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of you having so much extra firepower, because you'll win it. If so many times where I've seen the light flank, the light side get overrun, or just hold so much where you're on your heavy side and you guys are sitting behind islands and nobody's doing nothing. Tip number 2, you probably heard this a lot from other CCs. Play every ship type. So you got destroyers, you got cruisers, battleships, and the aircraft carrier. If I hear one more person say they're a battleship main, I'm gonna throw my controller through the fucking wall.
Am I supposed to throw something?
Great, you're a battleship main. What does that mean? Absolutely nothing. It means you know nothing about cruisers. It means you know nothing about destroyers.
Dum 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 dum.
It means you don't know how many racks of torpedoes a Fantask has. Do you even know what a Fantask is? Well, it's a destroyer. If you play destroyers, you would know what it was. So just play all types. All types help you. Knowing is half the battle.
Now we know!
And knowing is half the battle.
Your American battleships, right? There's so many different types of battleships. We got Americans, hard AP, hard hitting Citadels, maximum damage, good pen, good accuracy. Jump over to the British. You got you got the Vanguard, the Rodney, the Monarch, Lion. This is like mostly your HE, big HE damage, so that's a whole nother way to play battleship, is slinging HE. Does massive damage if you got Azerlane Nelson. You got the Bismarck, the Brandenburg, the Odin, Tirpitz. Whoa, I know what you're thinking.
Now hold on a minute.
Push in and hit everybody with my torps. Stop right there, buddy. Hold on a second. Put the brakes on. Stop doing that. Your Tirpitz, just because your Tirpitz and your Zeton and your Odin has torpedoes doesn't automatically qualify you to be a destroyer. That's not what you do. You're wasting your ship for those people who take these ships out and just try and torp everything. That's why I don't screw with any secondary builds. Like, yeah, they're fun and stuff like that, but the majority of people, the beginners anyway, this is not for veteran players or people who know what they're doing, but the beginners, when they build a secondary ship, they just try and get into their secondary range, putting them out of position and getting crossfired and not looking around them. And they're just like, yeah, my secondaries. Oh, they're setting them on fire. Well, great, bud. You did 5,000 damage. Now you're at less than half health. You need to practice map awareness first before you start picking a secondary boat and start shooting and blazing guns everywhere, you know?
Anyway, I started blasting.
So maybe try and as your first ship, battleship-wise, take out the British battleships, take out the Americans, take out the French, because the Germans, they're great ships, excellent ships, but the people who play them, who are beginners and just want to do secondary stuff, you're not going to last long in the game. You're not going to know how to angle well. You're going to want to go broadside most of the time to get all your secondaries off, and you will get out of the game just as fast as you entered it. All right, so now we're going to talk about cruisers. If you consistently want to stick with battleships and the only thing you want to do is battleships, that's fine, but you're not going to know what cruisers have torpedoes, what cruisers have sonars. God forbid you play a destroyer and you're asking, the random weird people in standard, hey, does this thing have sonar? Does this thing have radar? I've still have been playing with players who play the game for a while and ask me, does Harlem have radar? Does or what's the sonar range of the Mirage? Oh, well, Mirage don't have sonar. What's the range of the P-Bag's radar? Like, I already know all this stuff because I played all these ships, because I played all these types of ships. And I play all these types of ships to cram more knowledge into my head to kill my adversaries. If you want to get better at the game, you're going to play all these types. Go down the different lines. All the different lines are totally different. So when you come across like a P-Bag or something, you'll know his radar is 11.7, just like most Russian cruisers are. And you'll know most of them come with sonar, in case you're in a DD and they push you, and now you know their sonar range. It's not going to be 5 kilometers. You know why I know that? Because I know the Germans have 5-kilometer sonar. You know how I know that? Because I play German cruisers. Talk about destroyers now. So when you see destroyers, a lot of people in the game, as soon as they get spotted, oh my god, I'm spotted. DD, he's chasing after me. Oh my god, I'm dead. Whoa, hold on, buddy.
Keep it together.
You're not dead. You're just spotted by a destroyer. Nothing wrong with that. As long as you know where the opposite side of the battleship is and who can aim at you and actually hit you, you're okay. Let's say you got a black on the other side, right? These torpedoes go so slow, you can outrun them most of the time. You can't outrun them. But they're 43 knots, okay? And they go 13.7, so they do go pretty far. But the important thing is that they're slow. So once you're spotted by a destroyer, you're not automatically going to get torped. Like, just stop thinking that way. You're going to get torped if you want to push in at BCAP with your secondary build Bismarck. I know who you are. Let's talk about Japanese destroyers. This is a good one. Oh, I bet you Japanese destroyers smell that. You know what that is? That's the enemy carrier. Boy, it's tasty. This smells good. Well, guess what?
Guess what, motherfucker?
You still have to do DD stuff. If you're the type of person that spawns right in the middle of the game, at the start of the game, and heads right to the border so nobody sees you, and you head right up to the carrier, just leave the game. You are not doing your team a favor. Nobody's going to congratulate you. The president's not going to be sitting there with a Medal of Honor going, wow, you killed the carrier in the first probably took you 6 minutes to get to the damn thing, unless a gunboat DD doesn't cut you off right away. So nobody's going to be giving you a medal or thinking you're like great or anything. You're going to get a bunch of hate mail. You're not useful to your team. You're not capping. You're letting the enemy DD storm right in and go right and torp all your ships. And you're not spotting anybody. Maybe you'll spot some people a little bit when you're on your way on your little carrier adventure, Frodo Baggins, and you're on your way to your journey to fucking, put the ring in the volcano. But half the time, if the carrier knows what he's doing, he's going to spot you. And once he spots you, guess what?
Guess what, motherfucker?
You're screwed for the rest of the game. If it's a good carrier player. This is a double-edged sword because there's not a lot of good carrier players that can hit DDs. So also, it's also another double-edged sword because there's not a lot of good carrier players that know map awareness. They kind of only go for big targets like battleships, and we'll get to you guys. We'll get to you guys in a minute. But that's it for the destroyers. Just spot, cap, and kill other. Once you kill the other DD, it's free game. You're free to go cap other caps. You're free to torp whatever you want. Just do your essential 2 jobs, which is contest the cap, spot for your team, and kill the enemy DD. If you could. If you're a gunboat, Japanese boat, you can outspot another DD if it's a gunboat. So rely on your team for that. Communicate. Ping where the enemy DD is. That'll help you out a lot. Now let's talk about aircraft carriers. Aircraft carriers, well, I see this all the time on Facebook when everybody's typing, I hate aircraft carriers, they're ruining the game. There are ways to counter them. And there's not a lot of players that actually play carriers. One, there's not a lot of people who play carriers that are good. Two, and there's not a lot of carriers that can go after destroyers, which is number 3. So how do you avoid the Kaga? Well, the Kaga's got super weak planes. So if you're getting harassed by a Kaga and say your ship doesn't have good AA, just fall back to your friendly battleship. If you see that there's an enemy carrier on your team right off the bat of the game, and you're in a battleship or you're in a cruiser, try not to isolate yourself to becoming one target sitting by itself, because that's the easiest. If I'm a carrier player, I'm going to target you first. There's not a lot of AA around you and you're by yourself, so I can probably get 2 or 3 drops off you. So if there's an enemy carrier, you think he's going to harass you, stick close to a buddy. Get your battle buddy. The Shikalev and the Pobeda, they only got 1 drop. They got HE skip bombers and a lot of torpedoes. But the torpedoes, you got to arm very, very far away. 9 times out of 10, a Pobeda is not going to hit you with all the torpedoes. They're just not going to do it, especially if you're moving fast. If you see the HE skip bombs coming at you and you're in a destroyer or you're in a cruiser, nose in on those planes. If those planes are coming right at you, just nose in on them. Their skip bombs are going to go right past you. Nothing to worry about. The only thing you have something to worry about, and like if you know there's a carrier in the game, always keep it in the back of your head. Always see where those planes are going. Oh, see flank fell? Carrier must be coming over here next. I got to pay attention now. So always be aware of your surroundings, because the Chikalev is out to get you. Graf Zeppelin, Parseval, AP bombs. Most American battleships are safe. German battleships and cruisers, sayonara. They do have really fast torps, and they do quite a lot of damage. The Graf Zeppelin does the most damage. Torpedoes, if I'm not mistaken. Next to the Kaga, but the Graf Zeppelin is a lot faster torpedoes than the Kaga, and the planes don't get shot down as easily. Enterprise, same thing. AP bombs. If you're in a battleship, try wiggling. Try making a turn. Try doing something. Don't sail in a straight line. So that's it about ship types, and just learn different ship types. You know, learn different things. Broaden your mind. You know, maybe you might like becoming a destroyer. Maybe you might like becoming a cruiser player. This is the third and final tip. When you're in a battleship or you're in a cruiser, stop sailing in straight lines when you're spotted. When you're spotted for more than what is an unusual amount, you're constantly spotted, you're not dark. Guess what?
Guess what, motherfucker?
But there's a destroyer on your tail. He sees you. He's probably lining up his torps. Make sure you check what destroyer it is, if you could, by noticing what they see on the other side. Also, don't sail in a straight line. Play with your rudder, play with your speed, move around. You should never be sailing in a straight line, ever. If you're on your way to go do something and you're constantly spotted, guess what?
Guess what, motherfucker?
It's time to make torpedo maneuvers. What I mean by that is zigzagging, just like they did back in World War II. They would do the zigzag maneuver. You would be surprised. It comes in handy a lot. Say you're heading to a cap that is, your cap's being capped and you're heading back to the base with your battleship, and you're like, oh, I can't, I'm going to get torped and I'm going to die. Well, not necessarily, bud. All you got to do is pop out the zigzag maneuver. It's most of the times you're running to a stupid destroyer, right? And what they'll essentially do is throw double torps on the torp line. You make one type of increment. You slow your speed from full speed to maybe a quarter speed. Guess what?
Guess what, motherfucker?
All those torps that he shot on that line, they're gonna miss. You turn your ship a little bit. Guess what?
Guess what, motherfucker?
All those torps on that line, they're gonna miss. If you're facing a DD head on, and you do take a torp, you're probably gonna take one or two, unless you're sideways and you know where the DD is. So try and know where the DD is at all times, especially if he's capping your base. Just don't sail in a straight line. I see it all the time because I play DD a lot and I love it. I love when you guys sail in a straight line. You're so easy to tilt. You're torp. You're so easy to kill. Pull out, move out, do something. I don't care what you do. Just stop sailing in a straight line. Or pull out the zigzag maneuver. All right, that's tip number 3, and I'll come out with more tips and tricks later, probably next week, because I have to throw in probably like a highlight video of one of my games, one of my many 3000 XP 200k games. Nah, I'm just kidding.